Slick to a God, Slick Walk Nation. How y'all feeling out there? Me, I just came from having a great workout. I drove an hour out to the gym called Fusion. Some of y'all may know about it. If you work out, then you know about it. Supposed to be the best gym up here. And I ain't gonna lie, it is. First time going there. But that's not what we're here for. Hitman Holla, Murda Mook. So Hitman did a live. That was yesterday. Hitman did a live. Right? And he spoke about him trying to book Murda Mook or something like that. Right? My fault. So, but yeah, he spoke about him trying to book Murda Mook and what happened with it, and basically he wasn't feeling what was going on him trying to book Murda Mook. You know what I'm saying? It didn't go down. There was a bunch of different shit going on, all type of stuff, right? So this is some things I knew behind the scenes. I already knew. And from what I know, yep, the Hitman was trying to throw his own event, basically. His own on Bags and Bodies, right? What's going on with this channel? There we go. We're trying to throw his own event on Bags and Bodies, right? And he wanted the main event to be him and Mook. And then he wanted to put like 4 other battles on the card. But he wanted like a real good card, right? So he wanted to get him and Mook established before he reach out and get the other battles he wanted to get. So I'm going to tell you how I feel about everything, if it went down the way, it was said. Because, nobody really was there to know. But I heard from Hitman personally how it went down, right? From his point of view on how it went down. If it went down like that, then this is how I feel. Where battle rap is at right now, right? To be honest, I hate to say it, but the way it feel is like battle rap is kind of on its way out the door, and I hate that. Not saying it's not going to be no more events going on or it's not going to be no more battles, but the big hype of battle rap, how big it was, until something changed or something new comes into it to make it back like that and some money comes back into battle rap, we're not going to get those big hype cards and those big matches and that same feel of battle rap. We're not going to get that. So with this being one of those matches that could be a mega match that people will want to see, even with me at this point, I know it's not a lot of money in battle rap. And I'm a person that sticks to my number. Anybody that did business with me, any league, anybody, they'll tell you. And the leagues know, like, all right, this is Good's number right here. This is what Goods want, right? We know that. So when we call Goods, his number is going to be around here. Even with me, right, knowing, and I'm, like I told you, I'm a person that they'll tell you, like, I didn't turn down more battles than I took, because if something wasn't right to me, like if they didn't have the number, they were trying to give me this, or I understand battle rap, so I understand what battles can be is worth this much money. I understand if this battle ain't this big, you could take this for it. But I'm a person that only want to do the biggest battles, right? So even with me in this climate of where we at now, the number that I would normally get, I know it's hard for me to get that number right now. So I got to be realistic, right? And say, where we at in battle rap right now, these numbers ain't floating around. Now, there's always a certain number I'm not going to go under. And I feel like for the top dudes, this is how you got to think. Right? There's always a certain number I'm not going to go under. I just won't do the battle because I'm not going to go to this number. Now, it's some top dudes that would go under a certain number or just take this to do what they do. And I'm not, to each his own. For me, I'm not going under the certain number I got in my head, right? The certain number I know I'm not going under. But I do know I have to compromise because where we at in battle rap. So that number that I'm used to getting, or I got my last 2-3 battles, I know I'm not going to get that number. I'm still going to get paid good, but I'm not going to get that number. So I know I got to say, okay, I can't be so stern on this number because of where we're at now, right? I say that to say, if all this was right, what Hitman was saying, and, you know, from what I know, he was trying to make the battle happen, right? Why is this? You know, we might have to close this. Let's close that. So he was trying to make the battle happen. And we know this is Mook. From what I know, he offered Mook, or was willing to give Mook or make it happen, a real decent number, especially where we're at in battle rap. I can't say the number, but it was a very good number, right? Probably not what Mook wants, but it still was a great number, right? So I'm saying that to say, when you're in this stage of battle rap, where battle rap is kind of almost on his way out the door, these bags are not going to be around like that. These big numbers are not going to be around. So even though it might not be a number you normally used to getting, you got to go with the times. And in this, where we're at now, you know the numbers that's floating around now, that's still big. It might not be your number, but it still will be a big number for what's going on now, right? So the number, I know what the number was a good number. It was a great number. As far as I'm saying, all right, he won 50% of the pay-per-view, right? I'm gonna say this. When Hitman said he thought about it, then he said, you know what? I could do that, but I need to make all my money back I dished out, and then we start the 50% from there. There's nothing wrong with that. I understand if you're dishing out the money and you're going to pay for it, then I understand why Hitman would say that. That makes sense. Now, for somebody like Mook, the way Mook is going to think is, well, and you got to, if you're looking at it, you tell me which way is right. I don't know. But both ways can make sense. Let's say that was me. And then they say to me, Hitman said that to me. I might have said to Hitman, well, being that I'm not getting paid, period, I don't feel like I should have to wait till you make all your money, because my payment is the 50%, right? So that's something I could come back and say, because I just say I feel like that's what it is. If I'm not getting paid, my payment is the 50%. I don't feel like I should wait till you get all your money. Which one is wrong? Which one is right? I'm just telling you, I know this is how Mook was thinking. Which one is wrong? Which one is right? I'll let you decide. If you feel like both ways is right or wrong, cool, right? But to me, both ways are right. If Mook came back and said that, I would kind of understand it, because I'll put myself in their shoes, right? If he said that. But Hitman is right by saying, I want to make my money back, and then we could split 50 after that. Now, I'm going to tell you why that might be the best way to do it, because when you go to a club, right, and you know, let's say you're a promoter and you want part of the bar, they give you the bar after they make a certain amount. So they might tell you, hey, we got to make $2,500, and then you start getting your percentage after that. That's how they do at clubs. So this is kind of the same thing. What I dish out, I got to make back, and then we can do 50%, right? Right? So, but all that's cool. The problem is now, from what Hitman is saying, is he did everything. He said all that, and Mook was almost in agreement to that. And he was waiting to get back to Mook, or Mook to get back to him, and he took long, and then he said, well, I don't want it to be on Bags and Bodies. Now, this is my input on it, or how I feel. I thought that was up. This shit. Yeah, that shit ain't working. This shit is like, what the fuck? So this is my input on it, right? My input is this. For me, anybody, being a big name, whatever, for me, it don't matter where the battle is going to be at, honestly. I don't care if it's on Hitman League or as long as I'm getting paid what I want to get paid, I'm cool. You could do the event at a picnic in the grass with Yogi Bear there. I don't care. Long as I'm getting paid my number, I don't care. Now, if that's true, I'm saying if it's true because I really don't know. I wasn't there. But if that's true, that's an ego thing. And I think the problem with a lot of people is, especially in battle rap, is egos. It's ego. It's an ego thing. It shouldn't matter where the battle was at, period. It just shouldn't. It shouldn't matter if you getting paid your number or you getting what you want, it don't matter where the battle is. So what is Hitman League? It doesn't matter. I mean, you got a fan base. People want to see the battle. It's still going to be a big battle. It's still going to be even. I believe it ain't going to be nothing too off. So that's something I don't agree with. It don't matter where it's at. You know what I'm saying? As far as a lot of other things, I really don't know too much more of what's going on, but that's the thing that stuck out to me, that I feel like, all right, it don't really matter where it's at if you getting your number or you getting what you want, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much that. So you tell me what you think, what you feel about the whole situation, on if you feel like that's right, that's wrong, or whatever you feel. Tell me in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff, and everything else y'all do. I appreciate y'all for listening and for watching. Thank you. I'm gone.